Hi, I'm still working with a tree, right? Amazingly. Let's have a beautiful conversation right now. It's an amazing time, right? I'm grounding with a tree still, right? Yes. I am talking about how to overcome masturbation as an addiction, okay? Um, Most of the people are actually doing the masturbation thing from the from the lens of addiction, okay? And they picked it from the childhood, okay? Um, the patriarchal masturbation influence is that you come into the hall of masturbation through a certain addiction, misorientation, religion, right, and the media. Okay, so the patriarchy system uses external things, okay, to keep people addicted because um, parents didn't guide their children to go inside, okay. So as they were growing up, they also were distracted by the things outside, right? Masturbation should be understood from the inside out perspective, okay. If things are being understood from the inside out perspective, we will realize that the the act the act is one, but the perspective that or the dimension that people are connecting that thing from may be different, okay. Yes, some may be connecting with the whole sex thing from a third dimension, right? Some too are also having this same sex in the fifth dimension, okay. And it's two different things. The same sex but two different things. The same masturbation but two different things. The same marijuana but two different things, right? Many people are using the herb, right? But listen, the herb that they are using, um some are using it from the third dimension perspective, and some are using it in the fifth dimension, okay. So this same herb, this same Mary and Joanna can be a problem, okay. Just like masturbation, okay. We should learn to see things in its sacredness, okay. In its sacredness, everything is ritualistic, everything is sacred, okay. In its sacredness, okay. When we begin to understand things in the heart space, right, we understand it in the sacred frequency, okay. So it doesn't become something that you are trying to go with it on the external, okay. It becomes an inside out experience. So now listen, most of you all are doing this masturbation thing in a low vibration frequency, because first of all, the introductions and how you came into it was a very low vibration, right? So I will advise people that are in a certain masturbation addiction that listen, don't come and now listen to my spiritual reality still presently in that addiction, okay, right? Don't use my video to pick license, okay. Don't use my video to pick license, okay. That will be a karma you create. You have to understand things very well, right? You have to understand and understand and overstand things very well. Some people had experience with the marijuana and they went mad. They had experience with the herb, okay, with the plant, okay. They had encounter, and it rendered them mad because their state was not good, okay. Their state was not good. Entities are also using masturbation as a portal, right? Is a portal, okay. Also see things as portals. Everything that you see is also a portal, right? The water is a portal, the mirror is a portal, right? The concrete building is a portal, the earth is a portal, the tree is a portal, you are a portal. So everything is portal, everything is energy, everything is frequency, right? So entities can use the energy masturbation for a lot of work. Entities can use the energy Mary and Joanna the herb for a lot of things, agenda, right? It can be used. So that is why people vibrate low. Most of the people vibrate low even after encountering the herb. But the herb too is sacred. The herb is sacred. So the projection and the state of the people is the problem. Right? So don't come on my video and be picking license, okay? Masturbation has to be understood from the inside out perspective. It becomes something that is done in consciousness, right? In understanding, in culture, right? And in pleasure, okay? Because I endorse the fact that you can use masturbation to have your self-pleasure, right? To have your self-pleasure, not as an addiction. But just like when maybe your sexual energies will become high and you would want to have a pleasure, instead of you to maybe go to somebody or, go to anybody, masturbation can be an energy. Masturbation can be an energy to use for your own pleasure, to have your own pleasure in your sacred frequency. And it can also even become something good to you. And you realize that as you are having it, things are getting better for you because your soul has even alchemized the situation, right? And then also your soul has channeled that sexual energy you released onto yourself into a lot of things, right? So you can even do affirmations before you have pleasure with your own self, that this pleasure I am having should lead or should channel or should transmute onto a lot of manifestation, ideas and progress, okay, and success. And you realize that you can even affirm in to raise an attraction as you have pleasure with yourself, right? It can also increase your light, right? It can increase the frequency of your light. You begin to shine through that too. I'm telling you, the same as you encounter the plant and the same as you have sex with someone, okay? Two partners in their high vibration can have sex as a sacred thing during the full moon to manifest lots of things, right? You know it. It's already in your soul. Maybe I came to confirm it now. Right? Good. So, as an addiction, masturbation as an addiction means that there was a certain lonely frequency for the person, okay? There was a certain lonely frequency for the person. The person was lonely. Many people picked up masturbation out of loneliness. It's like, and some too, they picked it out of trauma, right? Trauma brought them to a certain low self-esteem, okay? And it's like they can't have, they can't, have this conversation, right? They can't have partnership, okay? They can be good people, they can be empaths, but trauma has rendered them low self-esteem. So they don't have connection with other people, right? So now as they were also on the internet and they saw that thing, they decided to research and then found it, and they engaged in it, and it became a lifestyle and a culture, especially the Gen Zs and the Gen X, okay? Most of them picked this masturbation addiction out of the internet, the media, okay? Yes. And also some too picked it out of a certain religious adventure, okay? Because the person was told a lot about that. The person now, out of inquisitivity and curiosity, now the person went to research for the information, okay? And now the person started doing it, right? The person's attention got caught there. I said wherever attention goes, energy flows, okay? So the person got it there. So it is an external attraction. The person has attracted that thing out of a low vibration state, right? So meaning the person's beginning, there was a problem, there was a trauma. And you see, the patriarchy system is good at traumatizing you to keep you in a low vibration state so that the marketing of addiction can be successful. So that the marketing of addiction can be successful. right? Before they made you accept junk food, they traumatized you first. Junk food addiction is out of trauma. Food trauma is a childhood trauma, right? Food trauma. Every trauma, if you see somebody living a certain way, right, and that way is traumatic. The person is depressed. The person is going through anxiety. It's childhood. It began from childhood. Nipa ko ne nkwara abrem no onya asaade no. Nkwara abrem asem na ye ka no. Abrabo bia be hu so obi bo ne na sa abrabo no. Se nipa ko no bo no ewo menka ne sen akakabinsem mu a, right? Akakabinsem se oye niema na ne etia ono ankasa ne ho na se etia abode a ene wo se ohu se nhyehyeye bi asɛe no, nhyehyeye bi aboro no, nhyehyeye bi edi na wu. Wadi kenya orientation be the person has got an orientation from the beginning. So trauma, childhood trauma. So all this masturbation reality in addiction that people are having with it is a trauma. It's childhood. They were prepared because they were also preparing the internet and the media for such engagement. Because trust me, we are in a reality where people are traumatized and depressed. And that is why many people can spend hours on the phone. So now the person having a phone at the beginning, now the person saw the phone as a depression cure. Right? So now the person entered into the phone. The person entered into the simulation. And the person got caught up. We all use the same phone. Some are using it right. They are using it rightly and they are using it to market ideas, market products. They are using it to research and do it yourself information. People are using this same mobile phone to get information for their vision, for something that they are doing, for their skills. Some are using this internet to research more about spiritual things and they are finding information, right? This same internet has helped awaken many people. Many people have awakened into their reality. They've realized that they were sleeping through this same internet. So the internet is a place and it looks so beautiful, but you, depending on you, your state will determine. So if you are somebody that has caught up addiction, masturbation addiction out of the internet, or if you are somebody going through this whole masturbation as an addiction, then you should know that there was an attention that you gave, right? Wherever attention goes, energy flows. So there was something that happened out of that. It's a culture, the patriarchy culture. So now if you want to come out of this addiction, know that it is something that is not natural with you first of all. And that thing that you are doing is eating into your life force energy. I said entities use masturbation just as they are going to use the alcohol, just as they are going to use the herb, right? Just as they are going to use, everything is energy. So your state is very important. So now the person, since the person is having it in addiction and in a low vibration, now the person is going to contact these entities and they will feed on the sexual energy. So you realize that people that masturbate in low vibration frequency often and most of the times get dreams that, you know, they have sex in dreams and a whole lot of things because the person's physical state is prepared. And you know, there is a proverb here, there is an ancestral proverb here that says that the things that we do in the physical, it is leading us into the astral. Right? Good. So now as the person is watching these things, right, and the person is doing it, right, now the person creates an astral frequency, and the astral dimension is different from the physical dimension. In the astral dimension, all dimensions are in it. All dimensions are in the astral. Okay? The fifth dimension is in the astral. The seed dimension is in the astral. The third dimension is in the astral. The second dimension is in the astral. So your astral, your astral is also your cosmic reality. Right? That is where your spiritual frequency lies. So there is also an ancestral proverb that says that if you don't know death, try sleep or encounter sleep, because sleep is telling you about life after death. Okay, if you want to understand life after death, dreams will tell you. Dreams will help you to know how coming out of your body or after transition out of your physical experience, how it's going to look like. Because you are no more in your physical reality again. You are no more in your body. Right? And that is what the astral or the dream reality is. So, if you have a dream and you are having sexual experience, you should know that entities are also using that space to tap into life force energy, right? The entities are using that same dream reality, and they can contact you through that, right? Entities can contact you through that. Entities can contact you through the dreams, right? There is witchcraft manipulation in dreams. Right? There is dark magic manipulation in dreams. So your life force is being eaten because you have a high sexual energy. You see, people with high sexual energy, you just have to traumatize their childhood and you have them for good. Because high sexual energy is for high vibration creation. It could be birth. It could be ideas. It could be creation. It could be business creation. Right? That is what high sexual energy means. Because it's the same as life force energy. If you have a high sexual energy, it means that you have a high life force energy. So how you use your sexual energy becomes important. Right? So that is why you have to protect your sexual energy. You don't just allow anything, anyone, or anywhere. No, it doesn't work like that. Because it's very precious. And you know, the matrix, right? The patriarchy system is using the sexual energy to destroy lives too. Right? All these infections that they've created sexually, they know how they've placed the men. They've placed the men on a frequency of sex. So right now, relationship is just sex. The essence and relevance of relationship is sex. Right? So it looks like if you don't have sex, there is no reality. There is nothing. It means you are not doing anything. So the layman relationship person in Ghana here, the person is having sex. That's how it is. They don't understand relationship from a deeper and a partnership perspective. They understand it from a certain sex trait perspective. It's like yes. This is why we are here for, right? What else? So now it looks like what the woman is only coming to offer the man is sex, and it has bred through the culture, African culture, right? They sell the women out to the men to be in a slavery, right? So if somebody tells you that African culture is spiritual, ask the person, hey, what do you mean by that? Because it's just a photocopy of the Yahweh consciousness. It's the same as the Hebrew culture, right? I'm telling you the reality. So listen, when we talk about spirituality or spirituality in relation to culture, you should know that culture is individual, right? Culture is more individual, and your ancestors, they understood that. So nobody was coming to tell somebody what to do. There was no constitution, but the matriarchy was so strong. You can't fool, because all energies are so much alive. The water is alive, the river is alive, the ocean is alive, right? The high vibration beings, extraterrestrial, everything is alive. So how do you mess things up? No, it's not. It wasn't possible. But now look at this reality now, fucked up. So if you see police, if you see pastor, you should know that it's just a script. Police, pastor, it will not bring any peace. United Nations, it's just a script. World Health, whatever, they are all, entities. If you see them, you should know you are dealing with an entity. And they can be part of the problems. So listen, I'm opening your mind, trust me, so that you will come out wholly out of this whole addiction thing, right? Then you heal and become better. Then now you come to understand that masturbation is also an energy, just like the herb, just like the sex. So depending on you, the person, your state, right? That is the most important thing. That is the most important thing. Because it's very ancient, trust me. That act is sacred. And it was identified more with the women. It's matriarchal. Right? Even the what they call homosexuality in this patriarchy, in the matriarchy, it was more feminine. Right? It was more feminine. It was a femininity vibe, right? Because in the beginning was a woman, right? Yes. The woman is the beginning of life, right? I appreciate you all for this time. So now listen. As you have awakened, you should know that this is the reality. So now, you are going to lift up your consciousness, right? Because you've come to realize that everything is energy, right? And the more you feel so much comfortable in these addictions, the more your life force energy is eating. It's not about heaven, it's not about hell. Forget about those rubbish. Listen, forget about those rubbish. Forget about heaven and hell rubbish that the religious people are propagating. It's rubbish. You are an energy, right? And you can't afford your energy to just go anywhere like that. Because addiction means that the thing is against your will. It's like somebody will be like, I don't know, I just find myself doing it. No. Then it means there is a manipulation. If you don't know and you find yourself going to touch the herb, then you can be manipulated. Because everything is universal and everything is karmic. So you have to lift your consciousness to be disciplined and stop it. As in, remember, when we become so lonely in our minds, we become comfortable in many things, right? We don't make a move. So start creating the culture. Start channeling that energy into something else because it's energy, right? You can channel that energy into juice fasting. So it's like you are going to say that 3 weeks, I am not going to do that thing. I am going to juice fast and see something. Right? And see something. It's practical. Say to yourself, listen, you are transforming your mind, your soul, and your body. That's awakening. Listen. Channel that energy. Okay, I want to start a business. I want to cook. I need an amount. Or this or whatever. Channel that energy into that attraction. You realize that you get the help and you start the business. I am not going to do that for 4 weeks. I'm not going to do that for 1 month. So you will see practical manifestation. And now gets to a point, you will die out of it because you've starved that thing. You just have to starve it. Starve that energy. Parasites are feeding on your life force energy. Do you know that? Yes. Parasites are feeding on your life force energy. So if there is a parasite in your body or on your body, the aim is your blood, okay? They feed on your blood, okay? They feed on the energy, the blood that is going to nourish you, the blood that is the meeting point of the things you've eaten that is going to nourish you. All the nutrients and all the minerals will go to the animal. So the animal will be taking the minerals. That is what these worms and parasites mean. So they can be in your body, and they are not natural too, right? They are not natural. They are not natural, right? They are not natural. So everything you do, they do with you. So imagine, how do you attract? How do you manifest if you have all these things in your body? That is why you should also channel your energy into researching into healthy food, right? You can start a transformation goal, okay? A physical work. So that time that you used to go and watch it, if that thing is calling you to go and watch it, no, consciously channel that energy into a physical something and do it, right? Don't be sitting there lonely and be pressing phones. It will lead you there. And the thing too is worrying you. You are worried, right? One thing about addiction is that after doing it, you are going to feel bad, right? So there will be a guilt, because there is already a religious world that is also making noise and abusing that word, right? If you go to these religious people, hey, if you masturbate, you go to hell. Oh, hey, you go to hell. Hey, and people are preaching it. So there is also a subconscious reality that has been given to the person, and the person too is addicted. So the person is going to do it and then regret because of a certain sin consciousness about the thing that has been created. So the problem is not the thing. The problem is the consciousness that has been created around the thing by men. Patriarchy. Narcissistic. And that is where your religions lie. Your religions love to operate from that frequency by putting fear in you, making you feel more low and traumatic. Because telling somebody, giving a person a certain fear is also going to put the person on a certain rat race of perfection, rat race of righteousness, which is not going to be possible. The only way out is in, right? The only way out is inside us. The true godliness is inside of us. That's the reality. There is no God outside. You are the everything. You are everything coming to pass, right? So now you are treating masturbation as an act, not good label, not bad label. It's energy. Simple. So whatever you are going to do with that energy, it depends on your state. And that is why I'm on here to tell you that you are creating your reality, right? So anything that is making you go against your own will is like you are being manipulated to do. Then write that thing down and deal with it. And it all comes from being responsible. So once the thing is an addiction, it means that the thing has merged with your subconscious mind. So prayer can't deal with that thing, right? It's not about that. It is consciousness. A whole consciousness can deal with that thing. So in that whole consciousness, it means that you've created a culture to quench that fire. You have created a culture. And fasting is one. And meditation is also good, right? To also take you out of the addiction thing. Because meditation means spending time with yourself. It also means that spending time with God, which is you yourself, your heart. You are spending time. It's an eye and eye. So when you meditate, it strengthens you, and you see yourself coming out of all these things, because now your channeling has become different. So the channeling, everything is energy. How you are going to, or how the thing is going to serve you, depends on you. Everything is energy. You are not meant to serve everything, or you are not meant to serve energy. You align with energy. You align with energies. You don't serve something. So your whole life in this physical plane is to ensure that you don't serve anything. till you come out. That is how you are going to ascend. I tell people, serve yourself. Life is a buffet. Serve yourself. Life is a buffet. Serve yourself. The universe says serve yourself, because in this universal buffet, nobody is coming to tear the food for you. Serve yourself. So how you serve yourself is how you've served it. Right? It's very deep. It's very deep. So yes, set intentions, begin a transformation, and see yourself coming out of every form of addiction. Okay. So now listen, you are going to use your masculine energy to stop it, because you don't sit down hoping that, oh, I will stop. No, you created a culture. You get yourself busy on that. You are not doing it. Yes, you know how it feels when you do it. You know how sweet it is when you do it. Yes, how it makes you feel in your lower vibration. But listen, you are not doing it because it is coming as an addiction. When you break free from this, now even if you are doing it as a being, now it doesn't become a low vibration thing, because now you are doing it in heart. In heart also means you are doing it in enlightenment. You are doing it in love and a certain frequency, which is your pleasure. And me here, I don't give a fuck about that. I don't give a fuck about you being there and trying to have pleasure, your own self-pleasure. But it must be done in consciousness. It must be done in charge. It must be done out of a certain frequency. It must be done in a certain free mind perspective. Free mind and pure heart perspective. Culture perspective. Ritual perspective. The same as the herb, right? The herb, ritual perspective, high vibration perspective, heart perspective, so that you don't go mad. Because many people are mad on the street. Do you know that even the herb has caused more damage than even the masturbation or porn addiction? Herb, don't play with herb, okay? Herb is spiritual, herb is feminine, right? Herb is karmic. Herb shows you who you are. Herb reveals yourself to you. Come on, herb. I am joking, baby. Listen, I'm telling you deeper realities, okay? The way the fire is hot here, let me show you the sun. It's not a joke. Let me show you the sun. Are you seeing the sun? How do I show you the sun? My own phone, I can't show you the sun. See the sun. It's not a joke. The vibration is high here. So this video, after this video, you are going to free yourself. You are going to be in charge. Save the video. Watch it over and over again. Watch the video over and over and over again. Because I know what this video is going to do for you. There is no magic than transformation. There is no magic than conscious work. There is no magic than being disciplined. There is no magic than being responsible. That is how you make the magic work. That is how you attract high vibration, in being responsible. That's where you can get help from the extraterrestrial, high vibration. We will continue. You can like, share, and subscribe. I am Nana Kwame Ochre. It's an amazing moment. It's a beautiful time. If you want to support me, yes, it's possible. Check on my profile. I am on PayPal. It's all on the profile. I appreciate you all. Take care of yourself. If you live in those places that are having this chaos, protect your energy. Take care of yourself, because I said 2025 is bringing lots of things, okay? In as much as it's a good year for the awakening, it is also going to be a chaos and a low vibration year for the people, okay, those who are unconscious, right? Because whatever they created is falling on them, right? And 2025 is very universal and karmic. If we can become our best self in 2025, there are things that you will do, or there are things that you should do, right? And I'm going to talk about it in the next video, okay? Because this year is karmic. This year is karmic. This year is karmic. This year is very karmic. Listen to me very carefully. So protect your energy and look out in your reality. I said after awakening is home investment. You need land, food, and skills, right? That's the only way you can come out of the capitalism or the patriarchy or the capitalist or the matrix. That's the secret, land, food, and skills. The secret to come out of this whole matrix is land, food, and skills. The secret is out. I told you. You heard it here. Life, land, food, and skills. Land, food, and skills. Land, food, and skills. Right? We will continue.